Look at all those people down there. They follow the rules for what? They're letting fear lead them.
What happens if they don't?
Life's simple. You make choices and you don't look back.
Get rich or die trying. Either I'm going to get rich or I'm going to die in the process. If I die in the process, I was doing what I wanted to do.
Find a way to win. You want to prove everybody wrong? Then win. You want to change you and your family's life forever? Then win. Fuck your emotions. Fuck your sob story. Because nobody cares until you win. So find a way to win.
And do it. And do it. And do it. That's the hack. The hack is gonna fucking suck. And that's what I realized.
People give up right before they get what they've always wanted to get. People quit and they give up. And I will not be the person who quit before I got what I wanted or what I needed or what I felt I was supposed to have, you know? Like, and if that wasn't for me, it wasn't for me. I'm gonna keep grinding. I'm gonna keep knocking on the door until I get what I feel.
Don't fucking die like this, bro. Don't die like this. So people wonder where this shit comes from me. It comes from such deep thought of trying to see what this is all about. What is this life all about? What am I all about? Why am I here? You know, I had to find purpose.
I can give you came from a wealthy friend of mine who said, if it's easy, do it easy. If it's hard, do it hard. Just get it done. Shortly put, I'll do it or die. See, that's powerful. That could be the day that turns your life around. The world has a strange way of stepping aside when somebody says, I'll do it or die. The man says, I will climb the mountain. They've told me it's too high, it's too far, it's too rocky, it's too difficult, it's never been done before, but it's my mountain, I will climb it. Pretty soon you'll see me, waving from the top. Or dead on the side, because I ain't coming back.
The outtake of what you call life is nothing more than time. And unless done something with, it's forgotten about. There's no footprint of your existence left for anyone else to follow. Life is time. And a life that's remembered, where a footprint is followed behind in footsteps of inspiration and motivation, is when time is met with opportunity and action. They collide to be a life of remembrance. The problem is, most people don't have a plan. Or without a plan of your own life, you become the plan of someone else's life. You're not running the day's running you. The differential between those people is belief. One person with belief overrides 100 people with just intent. Intent is thought process, thinking, wargaming it, never putting a foot forward, never putting their face or their name to the fire. Belief's going after it, figuring it out along the way.
This phrase needs to stick with you for the rest of your life. The question is, are you done yet? Are you truly finished with what you came to do? And so my phrase that I've said to myself for a lot of years, and I say it in the darkest of times, don't stop when you're tired. Stop when you're done. So remember that. Are you done? A lot of you are not done. So don't sit back and be that bad team member, because everybody's watching you. And everybody's gonna know you fucking bagged it.
You made this?
This is all part of being a fucking leader. Being a leader fucking sucks. You do everything in life that you do not want to do. You are unhappy 90% of your life. But that means that other people are eating because of you. They're living because of you. They're achieving because of you. So are you really in that bad a shape? So make a decision tonight. Do you want to be a leader? Or do you want to be that person who just bags it and does their own shit? And then you can ask yourself that question when you go home after bagging it. Look in that dirty mirror and ask yourself one question. Do I really have what it takes to be a fucking leader? I'll answer that question for you. No.
Everyone else is sitting around, lamenting, feeling sorry for themselves, and everyone else was crying and complaining about how hard it was. They took action. And when the entire economy recovered, when the spring was released, when the rocket shot up, they became richer than ever before. This is your chance. Now is your chance to become more wealthy than ever before.
You are going to make it. You are going to make it. You are going to make it. Believe that you can, my friends. Belief is the first step. If you don't have belief in your abilities, then all of your attempts are filled with doubt, insecurity, and fear. And that immediately lowers your chances of success. Immediately. You know, if you walk in to a situation, say a math classroom, and you have the mindset that you can't learn math, that's going to hurt you. Whereas if you walk into a math classroom and you have the mindset that, yes, I can learn mathematics, I am going to get this. It's like your mind is open. You're allowing the knowledge to pour into your brain because you believe that you can. You are going to make it, my friends. Stay strong.
In the darkness, all men falter. Most believe they can endure it. But when they meet it face to face, their courage crumbles. Yet one man stands apart. He has faced the abyss, endured its grip. He doesn't just live in the dark. He has become it.
You see people go through their life and it's boring, it sucks. Every day they wake up in routine, they go to the job, they sit by the pool, they grab a beer, they drink, and they're just waiting to die. I love what I do. It's scary, it sucks, man, but you're in there and it's like, it's meaningful. It's the only kind of meaning that we have in our life. It's real. Guys get hurt, guys can bleed. Like, it's something so primitive that, like...
I overcame myself, the sufferer. I carried my own ashes to the mountains. I invented a brighter flame for myself. But the worst enemy you can meet will always be yourself. You must be ready to burn yourself in your own flame. How could you become new if you had not first become ashes?
The world saw me drowning and did nothing. By suffering, I will make it bloom. I will watch this world drown. They will suffer as I have suffered.
When you're going through depression, when you're going through hard times, when you're going through death, real life, you can't Google that, man. You're alone. You're alone. You may have a shrink you're going to, you may have a best friend you're going to, but there's 24 hours in the day where you're alone in this brain. And your brain is talking to you in all kind of ways. And it wants to control you and pull you in these different pockets. If you can't control your own brain, and your brain controls you, you gotta tell your brain where you wanna go and how you wanna go and how you wanna get there. You gotta control it. If not, it's over.
I made one promise to myself. No man, no law, no tradition would stand between me and my destiny. When they opposed me, I outwitted them. When they doubted me, I proved them wrong. Power yields only to those who refuse to be stopped. I was not born to obey. I was born to rule.
What existed for me was, okay, man, how am I gonna make this work? And all I knew back then was hard work. The only way anything gets accomplished, that's all I heard back in those days. You gotta work hard. You gotta work hard. Okay, well, I gotta write out everything I do. And then write it out again. And write it out again. And guess what happened? I got it. I got it. I can't swim. I'm negative buoyant. Go back again. Can't swim. Go back again. Go back again. Go back again. I got it. I realize if I keep going back and going back and going back until it just becomes, your mind will say, okay, we're gonna figure it out. Because he is not going to stop. It's not like I'm gonna try one more time. No, it's just like one time goes off, boom, we're going back.
But how could you live and have no story to tell? You want meaning? Then stop hiding from life. Safe choices write empty pages. Risks create legends. The comfortable fade. Be ambitious, yet remember, if you're not collecting scars, you're not really living. The best stories come from those who faced adversity and overcame their fears. History remembers those who dance with chaos, because nobody quotes caution. A smooth sea never made a pirate king. The banality is the real tragedy, not failure. So, will you be a footnote or the title chapter?
I can't read right, but going back. I gave myself no way out, and my mind realized that. They said, okay, we're gonna adapt and overcome now.
You loved them. They used you. You stayed. They left. You broke. They smiled. You healed. They returned. You hesitated. They begged. You watched. They cried. You walked. They shattered. You smiled. They begged again. And you remembered how it felt to be nothing.
Wait when things go completely to pieces, when things are the worst, when your very best deal falls apart, and your rent is late, and you're tired, and you're sick, and everybody's mad at you, and your car doesn't work. Then it's the person that picks himself up and says nothing is going to stop me. You know, the best quality in the world that you can develop, and I give it to you because I made it my life's habit to develop this quality. I hope I've got it, but I don't know for sure. But the quality is to develop the quality of being unstoppable. Develop the quality of being unstoppable. Say in yourself that no matter what life throws at me, it'll never stop.
And going back to all the hard parts over and over again, I told myself after the first time, I knew it was gonna be a long journey there. My body was breaking down. It was just how it was going on. I said, you know what, this is my new norm. So my mind said, it's like going to work. Like you go to work and put your suit and tie on, I go into suffering every day. Every day, suffering, being broken, duct taping my feet up, stress fractures, shin splints, being broken. And that became my new norm. I gave myself no way out. There was nothing outside these walls of hell. Nothing. I love God, but for a short period of time, I became the devil, because that was hell. I became the boss, the owner, the CEO of Navy SEAL training. That was my mindset. And that's how you get through things. You put yourself, you immerse yourself wherever it is, and you become that. You become that and give yourself no way out.
You're gonna do it. You're gonna do it. You're gonna do it. You did it. Yeah.
No matter how rough it gets, I will never quit, and nothing will ever stop me. Make the decision that you can be tired, you can be worn out, but nothing is ever gonna stop you. That's a wonderful decision, because then no matter what life throws at you, you pick yourself up and you say, okay, give it your best shot, as Fonzie says. Nothing is going to stop you. It's a wonderful feeling.
What if your greatest pain is the exact thing that will set you free? You run from your suffering, hide from your chaos. But what if that chaos was your power? A man who has never suffered is soft, hollow, easily broken. But the one who walks through fire chooses the fire. He becomes something else entirely. You are not born to be good. You are born to become strong. So, suffer and become everything not you.
When I was 297 pounds, and I was fat as hell trying to be a Navy SEAL, the scariest thing in the world to me, even to this day, was that could have been the rest of my life. I thought then I was trying hard. That's the scariest thing in the world. Graduate Navy SEAL training, we don't do all these other things. Looking back on that was me trying hard. That's why people gotta understand what is in us. We have no idea until we start trying hard. And I mean really trying hard, when you're obsessed with, hey, this is my new norm. My new norm is that, wow, this isn't always fun. It's not always meant to be fun. And that's when you know you're trying hard.
I am a warrior of God.
I won't back down against the enemy. God is with me. And if God is for me, who can be against me? I will put on that full armor of God every single day and fight my battles as a warrior of Christ. And we will defeat the enemy because we are strong, courageous, brave, and fearless in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ.
You loved them. They used you. You stayed. They left. You broke. They smiled. You healed. They returned. You hesitated. They begged. You watched. They cried. You walked. They shouted. You smiled. They begged again. And you remembered how it felt to be nothing.
People hear my story and think this guy is sadistic. I realize how the brain works. I figured out how the brain works. I'm a scared kid, and that's what gives me so much power. I had no foundation, and I built this off of just researching the mind. The feeling you get is basically invincibility. You realize that you can't do it all the time. When you need to do it, I know I can go to a place that I can live in. And when you know that you can run on broken legs, and you can do certain things that a lot of people can do, but they're not willing to do. This power, this sympathetic nervous system, a fight or flight, and you're fighting. It gives you this charge of energy. But when you're sitting there at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, and you're duct taping your feet up because they're broken,
What the fuck is that?
and you're doing it by yourself, and you're going through arguably one of the hardest training in the world. But if you look at it, well, I'm broken, man. I'm not gonna make it. But if you look at it as, man, I'm broken and I'm still here, and I'm fighting, and I'm gonna find a way to get through this, because I have no other place to go. It gives you a lot of power.
Look around you. What kind of men do you see? Grown men with bellies hanging over their belts, stuffing their faces like pigs at a trough, chasing pleasure. Another drink, another bite, another meaningless night with a woman whose name they know they don't have a future with. These were once bright boys, full of potential. Now they wander, directionless. Their parents once took them to church, placed Bibles in their hands, encouraged them to read, to learn, to walk in the path of righteousness. They sat in Sunday school, heard the stories of David, of Moses, of Paul. They were taught about discipline, about faith, about the power of God. Some were even sent to Bible study, surrounded by a community that wanted them to grow in wisdom and truth. But they never took it seriously. They nodded along, recited verses, but let the words pass through them like water through open hands. They failed to let the word sharpen them, failed to let discipline shape them into men of God. And as the years passed, the world became louder than their faith. Now they are here, grown but empty, indulging in distractions, avoiding the weight of their own weakness. But then there's the one who chose differently, the man who walks in discipline, not indulgence. He rises before the sun. He trains his body because weakness is not an option. He reads the word because a man without wisdom is already lost. He builds, he works, he protects, he fulfills his purpose. His mind is sharp, his will unshaken. He does not waste words, nor does he waste time. Every action is deliberate, every thought rooted in something greater than himself. When temptation comes, because it always does. He does not flinch. The flesh is weak, but his spirit is unshakable. His desires do not control him. He controls them. The world bows to its urges. He bows to God. Society calls it fun. He calls it slavery, to food, to screens, to fleeting pleasures that corrode the soul. The world is full of grown boys who never became men. But he is different. It shows in the way he carries himself, the way he speaks. There's a presence about him, an aura of a man who fears God and nothing else. They laugh at him now, call him rigid, old-fashioned. Tell him to live a little, let them laugh, because in 10 years they'll see. Their eyes will be sunken, their bodies broken. They'll be drowning in debt, in regret, in the weight of their own weakness. And they'll look at him and wonder, how? How did he stand strong when the rest fell apart? The answer is simple. God, discipline, purpose. A man is not simply born into manhood. He is forged in the fire of hardship, through prayer, through sweat, through sacrifice, by saying no to what is easy and yes to what is right. He does not wait for motivation. He moves with conviction. He does not seek comfort. He seeks growth. His body is strong because it must be. His mind is sharp because the world is full of lies. His heart is steady because it is anchored in truth. That's why he walks differently, moves differently. He does not break, does not bend, does not give in, because he belongs to him, and he was never made to be weak. Weak men bow to their flesh. You crucify yours.
I don't believe the credit people want me to take it easy. No, sir. Cause I fucking said so. Man, you can be so. The best. Man, wait for the rest. To be the best. able to deal within the muscle. Go past slice. Past twitch, slow twitch. I would have had to tell you to add more weight. That's the difference. She wants that shit. She willing to do what you ain't willing to do. That's why she had you. I ain't have to tell you. You agree with her. The funny bicycle. It's a ball now. What kind of did it that? Out of his dictionary, get it that he working and trying to funny bicep and ball time. Like they mad at somebody. Bicep is angry. I ain't getting nothing. Bicep is angry at it for working tricep. You learn shit like that. Funny bicep mad at working tricep. And mad got scrolled up. Fucking friend of mine. I'm acquainted with that motherfucker. Come on, man. Do your best. Do what you will. But no, I'm kicking your ass for 30 years. I mean, goddamn. That's the night of the night. You win this motherfucking fight. Fuck this thing. Yeah. It's more fucking physical. It's more than fucking physical. Shit. That champion is good. Makes it shit. Tells us. It compels us to have no choice. Must. A wheel. Fucking wheel on real quick. Fucking wheel is 14. I can show that you can't fucking will with just that strong. Her, yeah. I want the girl to get your motherfucking life depending on it. Come on, baby. You think those wild baby don't ever take it easy on you? Hell no! That ain't hurt. Come on! Get it, baby. Man, baby, nickel win. What the fuck you gonna do? Credential, you not win tight. Hard ass fucking work, win tight. Curl that shit. Curl. Can I break you? Can your wheel be broken? Can I break you? Are you about to crack on me? Do you feel like putting it down? Are you gonna break? Fuck no. That's one. Number 10. Work for it. I don't feel crazy. Baby. The press is nothing. Impressive. Curl. 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 Curl, that's it. Curl. Curl. man. Sell, man. Go. Work for this shit. Work for it. Girl. Fuck it.
That shit going crazy.
That's a
Wow.
What you gonna do here? I agree. Call this fucking shit. Call this shit. Now quick move, girl! Last set, Concrete. Now you better fucking do me what you made of. Curl this fucking shit like the last fucking thing you ever fucking gonna do, Concrete. Curl this shit. Girl, rip the fuck out, Concrete. Girl, you got more. You fucking put that door down. You got more. You flat out you that fucking door down. Girl, that's it. Girl it. Shit. Woo! I'm fucking tired of motherfuckers. I ain't just one girl.
It is within you. Therein lies the secret. You within you. Search here. Search within here. I myself, when I talk to you, when you heard the video, I command you to go. All I was doing was saying what is going through my mind at the time of the workout.
I told your ass to
bro. Each champion possesses the ability to delve deep into their mental capacity, deep into their inner sense, deep, almost fucking clairvoyant. The connection between the mind and the muscle, the ability to delve within the skin, the epidermis, the muscle tissue, the muscle fibers, fast twitch, slow twitch, deep down to the maw of the motherfucking bone, the essence, the very essence of the muscle. You must make this connection. That is the intangible thing, the connection between this and this. That is what separates you, not a motherfucking magic formula, not a motherfucking magic pill. Hard fucking ass work. And this connection, mind, body, delve within the physical. It's a fucking metamorphosis that must take place. Look inside your own motherfucking self. Work on the ability to see what is not there as if it were there, as if it were so. Picture it. Formulate the picture of what you want to be, what you want to look like inside your own mind, and make it so. Make it come to pass. That's why I say I don't ask my muscles any fucking thing. They are mine. I control them. So fuck asking. I command you to grow.
fucking loser. That's you are not unlucky. You're breathing. You're lucky. The unlucky ones are gone. You're alive. You are a lazy loser. So a loser is anybody who does not have everything they want at the drop of a hat. That's what I call it. It is Friday. Are you making money? What are you doing? Oh, there's this band. I really want to see this band. I guess you just deserve to lose, friend. I guess you're just an idiot. I don't feel sorry for you. I guess you're just dumb. That's how I feel.
Everything I didn't want to do is what got me to where I'm at today. Every single thing. So when we find comfort, that's where I started getting scared. When I started saying, oh, it's raining, I'm not going out there. No, you cannot say that. You cannot do that. You have got to do this. The other, so whatever my brain thought, I did the opposite. What the comfort was, I'm looking at. I don't feel motivated. Newsflash. Neither do I sometimes. You're not going to always feel like doing it. You have to do it anyway because it's your duty to do it because you don't want to be a fucking loser. That's the whole point. If you felt like doing it all the time, then there would be no magic to it. The magic is that you do it regardless of how you feel.
You need to burn out. You need to push yourself to the absolute limit. You need to go so balls to the wall that you can't even breathe anymore. Then you learn about yourself. Then you learn about life. And most importantly, then you start to
get comfortable, bro. Once you get comfortable, you start losing yourself. You feel me? You start losing the hunger. You start losing the drive. Once you lose that, it's game over.
I refuse to break. I refuse to cry. I refuse to be depressed about it. I'm going to wake up and I'm going to smile regardless. And two, I think that as a man, there's always going to be a degree of pain and suffering in your journey. I don't think you're ever going to become a successful man or be good at being a man without pain and suffering.
You want to be more disciplined? Get after it. That's it, man. Get up early, do some kind of workout, eat good foods, clean your room, make a list of things that you're supposed to do in your life, and then wake up in the morning and do those things that you put on the list. And no, it is not easy. But you're not going to get it from anyone else but you. And it's worth it, and it is the thing that is going to bring you freedom.
You have to suffer. You have to make that a tattoo on your fucking brain. So when that hard time comes again, you don't forget it.
What you gotta do to get the life that God wants you to have, you gotta put more air in your bubble. You got to blow your bubble up. Expand yourself. Take yourself out your comfort zone. Do not live in your bubble. Put some more air in your bubble. If you stay in your comfort zone, that's where you will fail. You will fail in your comfort zone. Success is not a comfortable procedure. It is a very uncomfortable thing to attempt. So you got to get comfortable being uncomfortable if you ever want to be successful.
So we live in a world that we want to be as comfortable as we can. And we wonder why we have no growth. We wonder why when the smallest thing in our life gets difficult, we wonder why we cower and we run away. Because we are kind of living our whole life is set that way. Our whole life is set up in the path of least resistance. We don't want to suffer. We don't want to feel discomfort. So the whole time we're living our lives in a very comfortable area. There's no growth in that. So for me, I realized that. The reason I became 297 pounds is because that was comfortable.
Nothing grows in comfort. Nothing. But laziness and lethargic nature. Chaotic. Sure. Keeps you looking, when you're comfortable, you're not looking at your six. When you're going down an alley in the middle of the night, man, that's in a tough neighborhood, you're fucking looking, aren't you? Well, that kind of reaction, man, a chaotic state, that's your body looking, changing your wear, you're picking things up,
Here's what most people don't understand. The best don't wait to feel motivated. They do what needs to be done, even when they don't feel like it. Because they've learned the mind can be trained just like the body. And when you master that, you become unstoppable. It's not about being like Phelps. It's about acting like someone who takes their life seriously. Do it for yourself. Do it every day. And one day, you'll look back and realize you became the kind of person you used to admire.
If you're not willing to look stupid, if you're going to get hung up on what other people think, you are not capable of winning. Because this test, the test that you pass in the beginning about feeling stupid and looking stupid and having doubt, having people laugh, that is the hardest test to pass. And if you can't pass it, you can't win.
I just don't feel like working out right now. I don't feel like putting in the work. I just feel tired. I feel like I'm not at my best. I don't care. Nobody cares how you feel. Alright? Stop letting your emotions dictate your actions. Alright? Put in the work. Put in the work. Do it tired. Do it sore. Do it happy. Do it when you're motivated. Do it when it's the last thing that you want to do. Do it because you said you were gonna do it.
There's no light left in him. Only fire. Only silence. Only strength. Finished? Never. They mistook silence for surrender. But in truth, he was sharpening. In the dark. Quietly. Deliberately. Becoming something else. Now he walks like a prophecy fulfilled. This is what happens when you push the wrong soul too far. You call me a monster, but I am what the world forged, what it wielded. The world stripped away the softness of my soul, peeled back every layer of innocence, and carved me into something unyielding. It broke me, slowly, methodically, piece by piece, until I stopped trying to hold the fragments together. It tore at my mind, my body, my spirit, until all that remained was the rawness of survival. I didn't become this by choice. I became this because there was no other way. So don't ask if I'm finished. I haven't even started. He never spoke of the nights when the dark got too heavy, when hope vanished so completely it almost felt like peace. He never told them what it took to stay standing when everything inside him begged to fall apart. He just kept moving, colder each time, quieter, until one day there was nothing left to burn, only steel. Now he moves like a shadow etched into stone, not loud, not proud, just inevitable. They think he doesn't feel, but it's worse than that. He remembers everything. Every cut, every silence, every moment the world turned its back. He doesn't speak of revenge. He doesn't need to. Because now, he's not after anything. He simply is. And that is what makes him unstoppable.
Grind harder. If you're worried about something that someone did to you years ago, you're being to yourself, man. Not getting out there and squeezing that fucking soul out every day. Yeah. If you grind hard, man, I ain't got time to worry about your monkey ass. I ain't got time to worry about you, man. Because tomorrow, I gotta go back to the grind. And tomorrow, I go back to the grind again, and again, and again, and again. I don't have time to put you into the hate bank. There's no hate. It's all filtered out, man, through the grind. People don't get it. There's great joy in the grind. Great joy in the suffering. It totally cleanses your body out, man, of any kind of hate. Makes you grow up. That's the great divide of human beings. Who are you on those days you don't want to do things? It's easy to conquer when it's good weather. You got good sleep. Work's going good. The family's good. You feel great. Your body's not injured. Those are the easy days to conquer. But who are you on those fucking days when all hell's broke loose? Your body's fucked up. You're sore. You're depressed. You're miserable. You're not the favorite person at school. You might be getting bullied. You might be falling behind in life.
Who are you on those days? When shit's all fucked up. That's the great lie. Those people who get up on those days, when everything's fucked up and still grind, that's the separator right there. This isn't for the masses. This is for those who leave normal behind. Those who are in search of new realms. It's a lonely journey. You're isolated. Those who used to keep pace with you will fall off. They'll see where their world ends and yours begins. Your ability to suffer, endure, outwork must be crazy. You must be willing to extend yourself to the limit. No guarantee of success. Every day, you must ask yourself, did I do enough?
He repeats over and over and over until pain forgets how to stop him, until doubt runs out of new things to say, until the weakness in his bones is crushed beneath the weight of habit. He repeats when it hurts, when it's boring, when there's no one watching, not for glory, not for applause, but because stopping is no longer part of him. You think he's obsessed. You're right. You think it's unhealthy. He doesn't care. You see, he's not chasing dreams. He's chasing war. And the battlefield is always the same. The dark room, no noise, no rest. Just the next rep, the next mine, the next cold moment. He doesn't need variety. He doesn't need motivation. He needs the burn, the sameness, the weight. Because repetition is the only God he answers to. He's not faster than you, not smarter, not stronger. But he'll still beat you, because he'll still be doing it long after you quit. He'll still be standing in that room, still doing the same ugly set, still running the same path with the same tired legs, still bleeding, still moving. And that's the difference. You want it to feel good, he wants it to work. You stop when it gets hard, he starts when it gets hard. You chase comfort, he eats discomfort for fuel. So when you ask, why him? Why is he better? Why does he win? The answer is brutal, simple, cold. He repeats, even when he hates it, even when it breaks him, especially then, because he's not building strength, he's building certainty. And certainty comes from doing what you said you'd do when you least feel like it. He repeats, until life gives up trying to stop him, until failure gets bored, until time runs out of excuses. He repeats, until it's all that's left, and that's what makes him undeniable.
Tough times create strong men. Strong men create easy times. Easy times create weak men. Weak men create tough times.
What's the difference between a nice guy and a good man?
A nice guy gets along. They don't necessarily have discernment or judgment, not sure what they stand for or stand against. A good man has ideals that they stand for and they'll stand against, and when they're tested, a good man is not a nice guy.
What does a man do? A man provides. And he does it even when he's not appreciated. He simply bears up. And he does it because he's a man.
God created a man to be a leader, to be a fighter, to set examples in his home, his house, for his wife, for his kids, for other men around him that look up to him. And how can you do that if you don't know what your true purpose is?
When do you become a man? I grew up in a culture
that told me going to war made you a man. Going to prison, coming back makes you a man. Making $1 million makes you a man. And it doesn't. You become a man when you become responsible for other people. And part of that is taking accountability.
You're a man. You are a man. Stand up and be a man. Make the hard decisions. Make the sacrifices. Make the unpopular decisions. And become comfortable in your own skin.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
You can act like a man! What's the matter with you?
We all face challenges. We all have setbacks. We all suffer. When these difficulties hit, some people break. They surrender. They curl up in a ball and wait for the clock to run out. They quit. But there are other people who are diametrically opposed to that attitude. People who, in spite of incredible challenges, adapt and overcome.
Every man at some point in his life is going to lose a battle. He's going to fight and he's going to lose. But what makes him a man is that in the midst of that battle, he does not lose himself.
Give me more! Epic! Show me! Show me! Show me! Come on! You keep going, Brock! Come on! Come on! Keep going! You promised me your best! You're back!
There's a thing that men need. They need difficult tasks, and they need to know that they can overcome difficult tasks. And through that, you develop your human potential.
We're not men because we face the battle and we get immediately victory every time a battle comes up. We're men because we face the battle and we stay in the battle when we feel like we're losing and we feel like we're getting beat up, but we stay in there.
There's a moment when every boy realizes no one's coming to save him. And that's when he becomes a man. And some boys never get there, stay children forever.
There's nobody coming. There's nobody coming to save you. There's nobody coming to help you. A knight in shining armor isn't going to ride in and save you. You are the only one that's going to be able to save you.
I knew that no one would come back to help me. No one's gonna miracle me to be somebody special. All my situations were on me now. And that's the thing you have to realize. Everything you do, you may have some support, you may not, but it's on you.
So I just want you to remember that average is the enemy, success is your responsibility, and change can take place in an instant if you are willing to flip the switch.
All you gotta do is stay there. Stay there. Give it to me. Demand one. Demand it. Get here right now. Get here. Hey, we got 30 minutes for the rest of our lives. 30 minutes for the rest of our lives. We got 30 minutes for the rest of our lives.
Give up. Keep driving through the goddamn pain. Muscle through the pain. Muscle through the goddamn pain.
You just gotta grind. I feel like this next generation is coming up, and I don't mean to smash all of them, but they seem like a bunch of pussies to me, you know? So, because of that, there's never been more opportunity than there is right now. If you're a fucking savage and you get out there and you grind hard and you want it bad enough, you can run all these guys over, man.
In a society where mediocrity is too often the standard and too often rewarded, there is intense fascination with men who detest mediocrity, who refuse to define themselves in conventional terms, and who seek to transcend traditionally recognized human capabilities.
The more you put in, the more you get out. So stop fucking making excuses. Get out there and do whatever the fuck it takes to reach your fucking goals.
It's all about hard work. I think people now, they don't like hard work. They want to have the result, but they don't want to take the journey. It's the journey which strengthens you. When you push yourself to the limits and you find out about yourself, there's no way to go around this. There's no magic tricks. You're going to work hard. You're going to push yourself. You're going to be sweating. You're going to be in pain if you want to be successful.
Out of pain, we are born. Pain is a must. It's inescapable. Be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Get used to it, motherfucker.
Our whole life, big dog, has been an uphill battle.
From the day we were born to this fucking day we've been blessed with, it's been nothing but a dogfight. It's been our chin tucked, our hands up, throwing back at life every single fucking day. How much more can it possibly hit us with? Dig deep like you do every day. Sunny days are ahead. We're gonna make it through this fucking storm. It is time to level up. Let's go.
Your family's looking for that one guy right now. You're looking for that one guy who's strong, who's that pillar for the family in hard times. Make sure they look around and find you. These are the times right now for you to step up. Be that guy that can take anything.
It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles. The credit belongs to the man